Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing final week of December. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas or holiday and things are well with you and your families. I'm just doing a quick unboxing. Back on Black Friday, I ordered a set of picks from the States. They just came in a few days ago. So, really excited and happy that they arrived. They took a while to get here. I'm in Canada, and coming in from the U.S., it was like shipped via small packet, so it was like ground service, and a few weeks, quite a few weeks to get here, which is fine. Worth the wait. I've been buying a lot of my tools from Sparrows in Canada because I am Canadian. It's a lot more economically feasible for me to use Sparrows. But I also these picks caught my eye, and they didn't seem too expensive. But when you factor in shipping and conversion and all that other stuff, it does add up. But they look like amazing quality picks, and a lot of people are having a lot of fun with them. And I think that these would be great just to add to my tools. So without further ado, let's do the unboxing. Let me show you what I got. I got some Jimy Longs, and thank you for the sticker. So this is my second Locksport related sticker. I'm probably going to display that in future videos. I also have a Sparrows one as well, hiding somewhere in the corner. I'll pull that out maybe later on. What I decided to get were some of the flat hooks. I didn't get the full set. I was just trying to be a little bit budget oriented as well. In hindsight, maybe I should just like cave in and just got the whole full set anyway. But it was highly recommended to get the flat hooks, especially for people who are relatively new, because it helps you get develop the skills to feel the differences between warding, the chambers, the pins, the shelving in the chambers, the counter milling. You can actually get a different feel from when the pin transverses through all of these, like especially if you have like a serrated pin, and you just get a bit more feedback. Apparently, we'll see. We'll see. And then the rounded ones, they glide a lot easier, and people who may have like more developed skills may find those a lot more preferable, or even vice versa. Like I don't know what I prefer. Like I know my 20,000ths monkey paws from Sparrows were great. These are great little picks. Um, and I also have some 15,000ths from Sparrows as well, which I got for some of the more complicated paracentric tighter keyways. These Jimy Longs, I got them in 19,000ths and 23,000ths for the short hooks. I also got a set of gems and diamonds. So there's 4 picks in this, 2 diamonds and 2 gems, and one of each of 19,000ths, 23,000ths. So like this is, I think, like a good set, and the mentality behind this is if I'm using top of keyway tensioning, and I'm going to be picking from the bottom of the keyway into the chambers, I want to get some hooks I can get in there that have some good strength. Compared to like using some of the 15,000s picks. Like I'm a newbie. I still have a lot to learn in terms of controlling the amount of force that I use in my picking, and the force that I use in my tensioning as well. And I think I still have a long ways to go. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start unboxing this. So these are the 23,000s short flat hooks from Jimy Longs, and on the picks on the sides, of course it's on the other side, so I got to turn them all around. There's like writing, and it shows what they are. So I just need to fix the focus there. So that's 23,000ths medium hook, medium flat hook. That's 23,000ths deep flat hook. So we're going to make a space. 23,000ths short flat hook. And then 23,000ths long flat hook, LFH. Okay, so those are the 23,000ths. The 19,000ths. There's writing on the side as well. So that is the short flat hook. Yeah, I think it's still in camera. Perfect. And then this is the long flat hook. And then this is the 19,000ths deep flat hook, and this obviously has to be the medium. Yeah, medium flat hook. Okay, so we got all the different hooks. Um, the steel feels actually a little bit different than the Sparrows. Even like the 19,000s feels a little bit stiffer than the 25,000 Sparrows, which I find surprising. Not too much of a difference between, let's say, the 23,000s and the 25,000s per se. I don't. There might be some bias from me saying, "Oh, well, the 23,000s actually feel stiffer than the 25,000s." It's hard to, I think, differentiate with that level of accuracy, or with just like the tip of my fingers. I'm definitely not at that level as well, but maybe there might be some people who can actually feel the difference. But these do feel a bit more rigid. The steel feels a little bit different. I don't have a magnet on me, but these are stainless steel. I think these are like 301 stainless steel, and a part of the process is, I think, like tempering and cutting and making sure that the temper doesn't get lost with processing of the picks. The edges do feel like a little bit sharp if I compare these. So let me just compare a 19,000s to a 20,000s monkey paw from Sparrows. They're relatively similar thicknesses. Like if I get the caliper tool and open this up, let's reset. And my caliper tool might be off by like 1,000ths of an inch, but we'll see. So there's 20,000ths for the monkey paw, and then 19,000ths for the Jimy Longs. So they're pretty accurate. It's really, really hard to tell the difference. I would say that the Jimy Longs would feel like a little bit stiffer, but that could just be like some psychological mind tricks happening right now as well. But yeah, they look very, very similar. Apparently the steel is like slightly different between the steel. But definitely looking forward to having these picks in my collection. But the comparison I was going to do is like the Sparrows have a little bit of polishing done to them. I think they are thrown in a tumbler, so they're not as sharp on the edges. The very, very slight sharpness. Some people would actually run these through some more sandpaper or some polishing to get them even more, slippery, or just glide easier into the keyway. With the Jimy Longs, you can feel they are sharper, 90 degrees, a bit sharper. So what I'm going to be doing with these picks is I have some sandpaper. This is like sandpaper in increments from 400 to 3,000ths, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run maybe some 800 grit and some 1,000 grit sandpaper along the shaft, just to clean off some of the sharpness, right? I might not focus too much attention onto the tip. I want this flatness in the beginning just to see how they work, right? But I may find that I may not like these, because I look at like that tip. That's like a really, really sharp point. Sorry, it's off the camera. That's like a really, really sharp point there. And it looks like that's going to catch, on some edges. So down the road, I may choose to like round these off as I get more experience and get more sensitivity, or I might just keep these the way they are and get some rounded hooks. But definitely, I'm going to do like maybe just a minute or two of sanding here, just to polish down these edges. The reason why I got these Jimy Longs as well, I want some good strong picks for some of these locks that are moving down that have some really nasty drivers, like really, really deep spools, deep serrations, GG pins, gins. Some of the locks are going to have some counter milling and other things done to the chamber, which is going to require some different levels of force and moving the pins up and down, and just learning to navigate, and I wouldn't want to do a lot of that stuff with the 15,000ths hooks that I have. So I have some 15,000ths. This is more to finesse into some of the more tighter paracentric keyways, maybe from the middle of the keyway up, and even from the bottom where I can use like light tension. I'm not working with a lot of the nasty drivers, right? These 15,000ths may prove to be very useful in those, but these guys, I don't need to go really thin. The 20,000ths or the 19,000ths and the 23,000ths are going to be perfect because they're going to be picking from the bottom of the keyways. So for example, this is a Yale KF, I think is the acronym, 1-star 6-pin with GG drivers. So I'm going to use top of the keyway tensioning and then come from the bottom into the chambers to work through the pins. And definitely. So those are the hooks that I got. So I got them in 19,000ths, 23,000ths. And then I also got a set of half diamonds and gems. And these, you get two half diamonds and you get 2 gems, and one of each in 19th and 23,000ths. So if I go do like a close-up of these gems, I'll see one of them is 19 and one of them is 23. So that's the 19,000, that's the 23,000. And then if I do a close-up of the diamonds, I will see that one of them is 23 and one of them is 19. So that's the 23 and that's the 19th. So I have a set of 19,000ths and I have a full set of 23,000ths. And I think this is going to be really helpful for a lot of the locks I'm going to be picking down the road. The steel feels very strong. I love that they have the handles on them. Don't have to do much more work. And also what I got was a 50,000ths turner. So if I turn on my calipers, yeah, 50,000ths. There we go. So I got a 50,000ths turning tool. It's a little bit long, so that could be good for like bottom of the keyway or top of the keyway with maybe some extra key restriction mechanism, on the edge. So I got to go a little bit deeper. These may not be good for, they fit the American locks great. So this could be like amazing for the American locks. But these Yales, yeah, they don't fit in the top of the keyway. I may just end up using one of my bra tension tools. I made a whole bunch of tension tools with, I broke into someone's house and stole a bunch of bras from their grandma. No, I didn't. I got some of the underwires, the bra underwires from Amazon. And I made a whole bunch of tension tools, which are kind of neat. And they're like different orientations. Like I did kind of like some universal ends, and I use these guys for a lot of the American locks because they go like a little bit deeper. But I'll be using this as my tension tool. They work actually pretty well, surprisingly well. But this is going to be great with some of the locks that I have lined up down the road as well. So definitely looking forward to that. Thank you, Jimy Longs, for including a tension tool. Really appreciate it. I may end up caving in and getting the round hooks from them and just have a complete set of Jimy Longs, just to say I have a complete set. I don't think I need it all right now. But I'm going to be using these along with some of my Sparrows picks, like the 15,000ths hooks that I got from Sparrows and the 20,000ths monkey paws that I got from Sparrows. And just like learning and trying to look at the differences between some of these picks. Like, this gem could be kind of neat, starting, hopefully, maybe they might fit halfway up the keyway. Give me some access to the pins. No, it's kind of janky there. I'd probably be using a 15,000ths for that if I start from halfway up the warding to get in there. Yeah, like this goes in a lot easier. But a lot of the times I'll be picking from the bottom of the plug into the chambers with kind of like either a medium hook or a long hook or a deep hook, depending on what I need to use. So yeah, so definitely looking forward to using these. This is just the unboxing. I'm not even going to attempt to pick any locks with these right now. I am not that good. I'm sure, like, if someone, who's kind of like a brown or black belt or red belt, in the LP system, they could probably just take out a new set of picks and just like go to town right away. No, it takes me a little bit longer. I was thinking of picking the American lock in front of everyone, but I have a feeling I'm just gonna like fail epically because I'm recording it. So I'll probably be picking it off camera, especially with this turning tool. Like, this looks like it fits perfectly, in the American lock. So yes and no. It's kind of wobbly. Yeah, this may not be the best turning. Oh, there we go. Counterclockwise, it fits beautifully. Let's see, clockwise. Yeah, clockwise. Okay, yeah, I got like a nice strong fit there. So that's kind of good. This might be good with some of the other locks down the road. Maybe the Ruko that I have. Let me see if I can find my Ruko. Here's my Ruko. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be perfect for the Ruko. Well, kind of. Yeah, this is going to be really, really tight. If I can jam this in there, this might be a good turning tool for, there we go. Yeah. Very little give either way, like it's moving the cord both ways. This might be good for float picking. Rather than putting in two thinner picks and then having that. I don't know if this will work. I've seen some people float pick with just one turning tool, but yeah, this fits in the Ruko perfectly, brilliantly. 50 thousandths is perfect for the Ruko. Look at that. And the give is actually the movement of the core, not the movement of the pick in the plug. The movement in the pick in the plug is pretty tight, so maybe, and I have no idea how to float pick. I'm just like thinking out loud. I mean, I might be just like talking about stuff I don't even know about right now. But I know eventually down the road in the next 2 to 5 years, when I start getting to like the purple level locks, I might have to learn how to float pick and understand what the hell all of that is about. And hopefully it won't be as daunting and challenging as I think it is right now. But yeah, that's my unboxing. And thank you so much, Jimy Longs, for processing the order, adding the turning tool. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. The sticker to add to my collection. I may, cave in and get the round as well, just to have, everything complete. But not right now. I just also got to watch my money in the new year too. But yeah, this is exciting. For those Canadians who are interested in terms of like the cost, like each set of picks is like $20 US. And the shipping cost to Canada, like for all the picks, was $14 US. So I got 3 sets of picks. So that's 60 US plus $14 US, $74 US, which isn't bad. If you do the math, I got like 12 picks here. That's like, I'm not going to do the math that way. Canadian dollars wise, it's just it's about just over $100 Canadian for all the picks shipped and everything else. So it's around like $10 a pick Canadian. If I compare these to like the Sparrows pricing, each Sparrows pick is roughly about $5 a pick without the handles. If you get them with the handles, are like $6 a pick. So if I were to get like 12 picks, the shipping in Canada is like $7 Canadian. So it's like, 60 cents Canadian per pick to ship. So it would just bring the price up to like, up to like $7 a pick. So it's still a bit, economical, more economically feasible. But these are Jimy Longs, and a lot of people are talking about them. they look like decent quality picks. I'm looking forward to learning how to use these tools as well as I progress through the logs. So that's it. That's all I got. That's 20 minutes. Sorry for dragging it a little bit longer than I thought. I thought I was only going to do like a 10-minute video. I talk a lot. I'll get better down the road. But yeah, these are the Jimy Longs. And wishing everyone an amazing remainder of December, remainder of the week. Have a safe and happy New Year's. I'll try to do a couple more videos. I'm going to be working on these eels over the next few days and see if I can get any progress. But I'm also going to get to polishing some of these Jimy Longs as well, just to get some of the edges unsquared and see what kind of a difference that makes. That's it. Take care. Peace.